Right, you need to be quiet, because I'm making a video right now. Okay? I'm making a video right now, I just finished the book. Can you see me yet? No. So stay on that, I said be quiet. That's what I said. Shh.
Evening, everyone. So, I feel very awkward right now because I'm recording this video with my boyfriend on my bed right now. So it's very awkward for me right now because I've never done this. And it feels so weird. But I'm going to attempt at doing this. So, I finally just finished The True Meaning of Smekday by Adam Rex. And holy crap, it took me over 3 weeks. Probably exactly 3 weeks because I finished, it was due today, and I renewed it, and I finished it today. This is written as like 3 different essays, and the beginning part, yes. Okay. If any of you people have seen the movie Home but have never read The True Meaning of Smekday, the movie Home was based on this book. And if you've read the book, then you guys know. So basically the first two essays, like there's 3 different essays, but it's basically her gratuitous adventures through this whole Boov invasion and Gorg invasion. So first 2 essays pretty much is what's in the movie. The 3rd one? No. And like, the only part, the only part in the 3rd essay, which is a freaking long essay, it's not really an essay, but it's basically her telling the rest of the story. So, basically the ending of that part, you know, in Home, where they finally get to, Australia, or sadly can't remember, where they've relocated all the humans of Earth to find, we're just gonna call her Tip, because it's easier saying gratuity. So, Tip and O finally get to Australia. Well, that pretty much is the same thing here in this book, except, as I showed you here, we pretty much stay in the United States. At least all the American people. So, I asked you guys what the heck this was. If you put the comments down below in the previous video where I introduced this book, I hope you, the answer to this, I hope you put down Arizona, because this is Arizona. Yeah, they relocated everyone from Florida to Arizona, because, well, the Boov found they loved oranges. And if you watch the movie, you know they really loved oranges. You already knew that. But in the book, when they relocated the humans of America, they relocated them to Florida. But then they found out oranges and then relocated them to Arizona. So yeah, a little bit of a spoiler, but I asked you about it in the previous video. So, yeah. And, you know, we find Tip's mother, and that pretty much is the same thing. But the way everything is resolved, and just like the whole plot line from when Tip and her mom reunite to like the end of the story, totally different. Well, other than the Gorg, the only thing that is the same at the end of the book and the movie is that the Gorg leave and the Boov leave. Well, I would say most of the Boov leave, probably in the movie Home, but you want to know why this took me like 3 weeks? Whereas previous books from the library that I've read taken me about a week, maybe 2. It's taken me a lot less longer than this thing. Well, because it was very slow and very boring. Well, not boring. It was very slow. Like, the whole reading it and just like, I was just getting like tired reading it. I just wanted to finish it. The other part is, as I said, it's written as 3 essays, like a continuous essay, but in like 3 parts. For me, I love having chapters, so I can know like how far I've been, and like at night I oh my god, just the awkwardness of the boyfriend in my bedroom and doing this is messing me up and making talking fast and very tight and doing all this movement. But if I'm in the middle of a chapter, by the time I'm going to bed, like at 11ish, I will finish that chapter, and it just feels like I'm going a lot faster when I have, like, normal chapters. This, without that, I felt like I wasn't finishing it fast enough. Sadly, the Christopher's Diaries that I have, the two of them that I previously read, those books, they weren't written as normal chapters. But because I love V.C. Andrews and the Dollenganger family series, I was able to speed through those a lot faster than this. I don't know how or why I wasn't I don't understand why. I don't understand. So I'm not even going to try to explain it to you when I don't even understand. But tonight, like earlier, probably today, like when I woke up this morning, or like at least sometime yesterday and today, I got to the part where Tip and J-Lo, that's the Boov, got to Arizona, and they basically found his mother. From that point, which was, which is about this much from the ending, I sped through this so freaking fast because this was the most entertaining and exciting part of the book. Because for one, it was like completely different from the movie. And two, it was super exciting what they were doing. They're between Tip and J-Lo leaving Pennsylvania, which is where they originally started, to finding Tip's mother. That whole section, which is a very big section, Adam wrote a lot of stuff that was not in the movie. Granted, some of that stuff was very interesting, but other parts was just like, I just want to get past this. I don't want to read this part anymore. Like, okay, for the majority of this book, I just kind of wanted to finish it. I'm not hugely happy with this book, but I do like this book. That's what I can say. I do like this book. And like that ending part there that I showed you, that was like my most favorite part of the book. I just threw. I just flew through that section like yesterday and today. Mostly today. Like just maybe an hour, half an hour ago. Maybe an hour ago. Like, I just finished it in, like, an hour, something like that. Like, the best part of this book. And, you know, as a reader, you kind of hate saying this, but I actually love the movie better than this. But I love this book only because, like, the ending part. That was, like, my most favorite part. I really loved what they did at the end of the movie. And, with the Gorg and, I don't think Home is in theaters anymore, and if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, this is going to be spoilers. I will mark it and say, like, if spoilers, if I remember typing that in the title, but this is spoilers at the moment, but we eventually find out that, you know,
Is it the shushing stone? Yes.
The shushing stone that Captain Smek has on his staff, and he just basically shush, and he'll hit the other Boov on the head with it. And that was probably the most stupidest thing of the movie, but inside the stone is actually filled with Gorg eggs, like not cloned Gorgs, like actual Gorg that, you know, you give birth basically, and like that big scary looking Gorg thing. In the head is a starfish, which is the weirdest thing. When we saw it in theaters, we watched it come out of the head. It was just the weirdest thing, but also the cutest thing. And then when he opens it, you see all the things, and then like near the end of the movie, when it's all partying, you actually see like I don't even think it was actually called the Gorg, but it's the only thing I can think of calling it. Like, the Gorg starfish is dancing around and then has all his, children? I don't even want to say it's children, but he has a bunch of little Gorg squiggling around on the floor. I actually like that ending a whole lot better than what happens here. Like, just for movie-wise, I found that a lot cuter. And they did make the movie to be, like, you know, it's supposed to be a family movie, so, yeah. And it made it funny with the way that Captain Smek was like, wow, I don't even know what I'm saying right now, but where O kind of overcame his like a shyness sort of, and just was able to have confidence in like I can't say it. Oh my god. I can't say it. I don't know why I can't say something I want to say. But that ending I thought was just really great. And it gives you like squishies and feelings. I really want to see it again. Please
download it, please. Thank you. Yes.
So I have been talking about this and rambling on. Like, clearly I've been rambling on about this and just been a whole hot mess. Like, literally, it's quite warm in my room. I want to shut my lights off because the lights are causing some heat. So, if you watched Home and have not read this book, I do recommend you reading it. I also do recommend you reading it because regardless of me being like, oh
my god, please, I just want to finish the freaking book.
Like, I can't believe how long it took me to read it. Just very annoying for me personally. And it's not that I'm a slow reader. I'm a pretty fast reader, especially when it's something I get like very involved with. As I said, like that last like little section of the book. So read it. It's a good story, especially if you have not seen Home. But I do heavily recommend that you watch Home. It's so sweet, and it gives me the feels, and it, especially because of, it just brought up memories of, like, I don't have my mom, and there's this one part when Tip and O get to Australia, and they're looking for Tip's mom, and it just a very upsetting part. I don't want to reveal too much because like it's a real feelsy moment, and it makes me feel so hard. Like I didn't cry. It was weird why I did. It was just weird for me why I did not cry, but I didn't. Thought I would. Like in that moment, I thought I would have cried, but I didn't. But so watch the movie, read the book, and you don't have to read the book first and watch the movie or anything. You can do what you want. If getting the movie is a lot faster than getting the book, then do what you want. But if you read the book, then watch the movie, or if you previously read the book and then saw the movie recently, don't have negatives about it. Don't say like, oh my god, I hate the movie because they did do this or that or that, or and stuff like that. It's a really great movie, and like it's just got all the feels in it. This one it's just a funny sort of almost like action-y type of thing. It's not a huge, for me personally, there was not a huge lot of feels in this. Maybe that's why I didn't finish it as fast as I usually do. I'm not sure. So that's gonna be the end of the book. I just want to stop. I gotta stop. So I did. I read the back for you. I'm picking this book up again, and this is how far I've read. There's actual chapters in here, and when I first started reading it, this is how much I read, and it's just like, it makes me feel accomplished with how much I read with this. And this book, you get pictures, you get comics, all like sometimes like there's like 3 pages of the same word repeatedly printed. You will find out if you read this book. And that part is actually in like the part that I read super fast. With this, I like having it because like I'm only on chapter 4, but this is like a smallish book. There's probably only like 30 chapters. And like if you see, these words are a lot smaller. These words are slightly bigger. Just I find I read this a lot faster, and I feel like more accomplished when I read books with actual chapters. And like this is a romance novel, so I love romance novels, so I kind of gobble those up. So that's what's happening now. I won't start reading the book right now because I hope y'all are doing well. I'm going to end this video here because I am quite warm. And I want to put the TV back on because there's interesting stuff on the television. And I want to stop my awkwardness with this video. Oh yeah, awkwardness. You gotta love the awkwardness. So, bye everyone.